sex, violence, and pornography. And they're right. And too much sex, violence, pornography is in the paper. Now, have you ever looked at the amusement page? They talk about morality. Did you ever see the ads for the films? I'm going to read them, right from the paper. Sadism was what they lived for. The weirder it was, the more they enjoyed it. Don't miss the scene where they make love in the locker room. It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. I'm not making this up. Here's my favorite. This just came out in the last week. See Sweden, where the facts of life are stranger than fiction. See the love cruise, training trip for tuned-on teens. See the bachelorette party, a bride-to-be's last fling. See moonlighting nudes, meter maids by day, outdoor hostesses by night. I may go to Sweden. The ads are wilder than the movies. There's something else on the so-called amusement page that's not too amusing. The gossip columns. You take these very seriously. They're very subtle. What famous Hollywood producer was seen with what famous Hollywood starlet in what famous Hollywood restaurant on what night doing what to whom? I can't wait to find out myself. You know, no tabloid would be complete without the centerfold. You've seen them, the picture page. Now, there are certain pictures that you're guaranteed to see. You know, the guy riding spring on the back of a snow-covered car. First day of summer, a bum taking a sunbath on a bench in Central Park, and the caption reads, "The best things in life are free." I love those captions. Picture of an overdeveloped starlet sitting on the side of an airplane holding a toy poodle. The caption reads, "Papa young starlet Myra Manning en route to California to finish her latest picture." They never give the name of the latest picture because this broad never made a picture. She's too busy running from airport to airport with that dog. I love the picture of the girl in a scanty bikini at the beach, and the caption reads, "June is busting out all over." Very clever. Miss June Eyebender takes advantage of the sun and surf as temperature soars to a record high. And that night, her friends call her up and say, "We saw your picture in the papers." The next day, her boss asks her how come she was wearing a bikini to her grandmother's funeral. My favorite human interest picture, one that has plenty of heart, is a picture of a bunch of firemen trying to get a little cat out of a tree. And the caption reads, "All in a day's work." And the picture next to it is a house 2 blocks away that burned to the ground. And that caption reads, "Family loses everything, except the cat." Newspapers do have a heart and soul. One of the most popular features is the advice to the lovelorn. These people can straighten out everybody's lives except their own.
Ready to write my column now. Would you send in my secretary with the morning mail, please?
Good morning, Mrs. Gordon.
Good morning, Spencer.
What words of advice do you have today for all those poor souls who got creamed in the game of love?
Read the first letter, Spencer.
Dear Gabby, my husband continually insults me, humiliates and beats me. Do you think he's losing interest? Signed, Distressed.
All right, take this down. Dear Distressed, although your husband insults you, humiliates you, and beats you, show him that you appreciate him. Tonight, when he comes home, turn the other cheek, preferably the one that's not swollen.
Oh, that's beautiful. Mrs. Gordon, the way you salvage people's lives week after week. And to think they made all that fuss about Dr. Schweitzer.
Thank you, Spencer.
I just think it's terrible the way some husbands carry on and take advantage of their wives only to have their marriages saved by you. They don't deserve you. They're animals. All animals.
Well, I must do what I can. I just happen to have faith in marriage, that's all. Read the next letter, Spencer.
Wait till I pull myself together. Look at that. I'm getting my steno pad all soggy. Well, let's see what this next loser has to say. Dear Gabby, I need your advice desperately. My husband left me 25 years ago. I've waited and waited, but he still hasn't come back. What do you think? Signed, Downtrodden.
Dear Mrs. Trodden, I wouldn't worry that your husband hasn't been home in 25 years. Just remember, every man likes to get out of the house once in a while.
Brilliant, brilliant. Just think, if they'd only taken the time to write to you first, Eddie and Debbie might still be together.
Well, maybe I'm just a romanticist, but I can't help having faith in marriage.
Well, it just kills me the way you let some of these husbands get away with murder.
Read the next letter, Spencer.
Very well. Dear Gabby, my husband comes home with lipstick on his handkerchief, face powder on his tie, and mascara on his collar. I'm getting a little concerned. Signed, Uptight.
Gear up. Don't be concerned. I see no reason at all to be suspicious. Perhaps you're imagining those things about your husband because you resent doing his laundry. I'm sure your troubles will disappear if you just use a stronger detergent.
Mrs. Gordon, may I say something?
Please do.
In all my life, I've never seen anyone display as much forgiveness, faith, love, kindness, understanding, and compassion as you do.
I know. Last year, Billy Graham told me the same thing.
Billy. I'll get it, Mrs. Gordon. Yes?
Your husband is here.
Oh, it must be for you. I'm not married.
He'd meet me at 12 o'clock for lunch. Send him in, please.
I imagine you'll want to be alone.
No, not at all. I'd like you to stay. As a matter of fact, I'd like you to meet my husband. Now maybe you'll see why I have such faith in marriage. Oh.
Hello, darling. Oh, you look beautiful. I missed you all morning. Oh, you look beautiful. Working hard.
Darling, I'd like you to meet my secretary, Spencer.
Hi, Spence.
Where were you? You told her you'd be here at 12 o'clock.
What are you talking about? I'm only 2 minutes late.
You were with another woman.
Another woman? What could you do in 2 minutes?
I don't give advice. I just take shorthand.
How would you like taking shorthand with your arm in a sling? Are you going to let him question me like that?
There's the typical husband putting the wife on the defensive.
Darling, you've got to understand, Spencer. You see, every day we get hundreds of letters from neglected wives whose husbands cheat on them. It's made him cynical about marriage. He finds it hard to believe that there are husbands like yourself who remain faithful and loyal and trustworthy and can come up with a perfectly marvelous explanation for this blonde hair I just found on your lapel.
I can explain that.
I'm sure you can, my sweetheart. Now, I want you to hear this, Spencer. This may make you have some faith in husbands.
Never.
Go ahead, darling. Let Spencer hear your marvelous explanation. Go on. We're waiting, dear.
I know you're waiting. I can give you an explanation, but a perfectly marvelous one takes some time.
Why is it the wives are always the last to know?
All right, you want to know where I got this long blonde hair from? I got it from walking the dog.
There. You see, and you almost made me suspicious of my husband. All I had to do was ask him, and he came up with a simple, honest answer that explains everything except the fact that we don't have a dog.
Of course we don't have a dog. I was walking our neighbor's dog.
Here's another hair. And another one. And another one.
That's why I was walking the dog. I felt sorry for him. He's getting bald.
You always walk a dog around your chest?
He's a very tall dog.
Spencer was right.
What's happening to you? You always believed me before.
I was naive before. Now my eyes are open.
I don't believe this. Honey, why do you listen to this nut? Listen to me. Have faith. I never look at another woman. I never touch another woman. Do you realize I'm the only man in the city with a male manicurist?
Oh, no, you're not.
But no more. I'm through.
Oh, I just can't believe this. This is not the same girl I married. You always trusted me. You always believed me.
She's learning. She's learning.
That's right. I see things differently now.
All right, you don't trust me? There's no sense in going on with this marriage. I'm leaving.
All right, go ahead and leave.
I'm fed up.
Dear, fed up. Although your marriage appears to be headed for disaster,
Oh, knock it off, Gabby. I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I'm going back to someone who still has love, feeling, and understanding for me. The tall-headed, bald-headed dog.
Spencer, he's gone. He's left me. I'm bewildered.
You're bewildered. Your place is with your husband. Run to his side at once, even if it means giving up your career.
Spencer, you're right. I love him. I'll never be suspicious again. Yours very truly, dear Gabby. Darling, wait for me. I'm coming to you. Please forgive me. I'll never be suspicious again.
Dear Mom, guess what? I followed your advice and got the promotion just like you said I would.